Hey little hoes, my name is Kristen and welcome back to my channel. So, in all honesty, I probably wasn't going to do any videos this week. I just haven't felt like it. I haven't felt like myself. Work has been extremely stressful for me and I'm just mentally not doing well with it. We're just a skeleton crew having to deal with mass crowds of people, crabby people, upset people who are frustrated at having to be quarantined. I haven't been doing good with it lately, and I just needed to take some time to get in a better headspace and not cry. And then so many other things compiled with that. It's just been very frustrating. I haven't been able to take care of my plants very well, which is kind of depressing to me as well. And my beautiful Ceropegia sandersonii, I overwatered just in my haste to get things done last week, and I got some root rot, which put me in a really bad funk. It was just, the last straw, so to speak. Good news with that. I propagated it in some sphagnum moss, and it is doing remarkably well. Most of the cuttings have made it and are rooting, so I'm very excited about that. And then my dear sweet friend Jess gave me some beautiful variegated string of heart cuttings from her plant, and I fucked up, guys, so royally. I took the cuttings home with me from work, and they were in like one of those little deli cups, and a giant gust of wind must have taken them, because when I got home, they were nowhere to be found, and I searched and searched, and she was still at work and searched, couldn't find them. I was a little bit heartbroken and very upset with myself, beating myself up that I lost these beautiful cuttings. A compilation of things that just brought me to that like mental break the other day, and I was very distraught. I think she could tell in my voice I was pretty upset. And my darling Jess went and bought me a variegated string of hearts, and thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate it, and you knew that that is exactly what my heart needed, and I appreciate you so much. Fun story though, she was getting out of her car yesterday and saw the container of cuttings like tucked up against the curb, I guess, and somehow miraculously someone didn't take them, nor did anyone run them over with their car. So these right here are my little miracle variegated rosary vine cuttings. I'm so shocked that they didn't get more damaged or someone took them. But that's the story of these miraculous little cuttings that survived. I did get a planty box today from Ecuagenera, and I got these a while ago. Similar to my other purchase from them, it did take a little while, and it's kind of weird with them because you can opt to buy the plants and have them take them to one of the shows that they go to for their orchids and pick up at their booth. They charge like a $12 fee, I want to say, for that. And if you opt to have them ship, then they send you a PayPal request to pay shipping. It was very odd though this time because at first I didn't question the $12 pickup because, I mean, handling fee, taking it, I'm sure it's a lot of, hassle for them. But then they hit me up after originally paying the shipping for more money to ship express, which I don't understand. It was like another $15 on top of the 15-ish I spent already on shipping. And they said, well, due to the fact that mail has been kind of spotty in its delivery around the US, that they wanted to ensure that they got here quickly and in good shape and whatnot. But I don't know. I kind of wasn't feeling paying an extra 15 on top of a 15 on top of a 12. It just didn't sound legit to me. So I'm not quite sure how I feel overall about their shipping practices. I'm still not quite sure how that all goes down. It only took probably like 3 days from the time the label was created to the time that I got it. I don't think it's particularly necessary to spend the extra for express. Just some paperwork. So I got 3 philodendrons. Oh my god. Oh. For a brief second, I forgot everything that I ordered. So it's kind of like Christmas Day all over again. Okay. So this is one that has been on my wish list for a hot minute. Ew. Okay. You can see there's some brown liquid happening in there. And we all know brown liquid is not a good thing unless it's molten chocolate. Ooh, she got squishy. This is not struggling today. Ew. Oh. That's just kind of nasty right there. Hold the phone, guys. Can you see that? Ugh. That's kind of gross right there. Probably gonna lose this leaf here. That's slightly disappointing right there. Yeah, it just broke off, guys. So that new growth point was total mush. I do have some mush going on here where I think it was touching the leaf. And I have some broken foliage right here. All in all, it's not bad looking, but that mushy bit's kind of disappointing. I'm hoping the roots look okay. I'm gonna Also, that stinks real bad. From what I can see, the rest looks okay. It was just very, very wet and squishy. And also, let's take a moment to appreciate these ruffly petioles. Look at that. Fucking in love with this one. Let's see, did it give pricing? I think it was $40 for this guy. I'm gonna pot these up a little later. I am gonna let this slightly air out. Okay. Slightly worrisome. Some more brown goo. Trying to be positive. It's just been a real tough past week. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let's even go a month. But I do think that these, so far, it's nothing I can't revive. So this is a verrucosum, and they gave me a couple of options for forms of verrucosum, and I chose the one that seemed to have the most reddish backside color. This is a pretty impressive plant. Look, I even have another little start. 2 locations. Part of me wonders if I shouldn't just like immediately propagate these. Okay, this guy does have, the new growth isn't mushy, but this leaf is pretty decimated. Not quite sure from what. It looks like it did start to yellow and turn mushy. Yeah, I mean, there is some damage to the leaves, but again, this is a very thin-leafed plant, so not totally surprising. Overall, I'm fairly impressed with it. Let's look at the leaves. Let's look at the leaves. We just looked at the leaves. Let's look at the roots now. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see that pretty decent root system. Reasonably chunky there. So, what do you guys think? Should I propagate this again or leave it as is and stake it? I don't know. Look, it also has some slightly furry petioles. And I think this guy was $40 as well. I'm not sure this looks like in the Legans. So yes, we have some more mush going on in this one. Oh, that smell of decaying. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost quite a few leaves on some of these guys. But as I do with a lot of them, I will put them in the bathroom where it's nice and humid. So yeah, y'all can see if... I don't know why my phone just stopped recording, but it did. There's some mush down here at the bottom. The roots are slightly broken on this one. I'm not really as impressed with the root system. They're also slightly hollow. I don't think these guys are gonna make it. But there are some aerial roots up here I think are okay. Yeah, I'm not as impressed with this plant, honestly. I don't know if you can see the root structure, but these are just very papery. There's no life in them. So they made it all in fairly good condition. I'm probably less impressed with this order than I was my first one. Those guys were pretty nice. The fibrosum did have kind of small root system, but it's puttering along. I'm not quite sure. I probably will order from them again just because they have gotten to me in fairly good condition, but I do wonder if maybe the warmer temperatures are causing a lot more humidity, a lot more steam, and therefore decay on some of the leaves. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just a very long journey from Ecuador to the US. Overall, I'm happy. I do kind of think that maybe they shouldn't use plastic to wrap them. Maybe paper would be better. Just wick away some of the excess moisture that kind of killed some of those leaves and new growth. But I think I'm happy overall. And well, I think that's about it. And again, if you guys don't see me post videos for a while, you'll know I'm just not in the headspace to be creating videos. So I will talk to you when I talk to you. Hope you're all doing well, staying healthy. I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.